This call is now being recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello,
Hello?
Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it
Good
going?
morning. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Going good.
That's right. That's
Doing
right.
great, man.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
how you been? Anything new going on out there?
No, nothing new. Nothing new at all. Just hanging out, just living, just waiting, you know? That's it.
All right.
Waiting for the time to pass by.
Yeah, I mean, same over here. You know, the last few days, I haven't been on, and that's just because I've been moving stuff around over here in the house, and I didn't realize how much how many electronics I've accumulated over the years, and wires and whatnot, and it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Disconnecting this stuff and moving it over to a different room, and it's time consuming. So that's one of the reasons I haven't been on, but hopefully I'll be done by Friday, and then I'll go and continue on the regular streaming schedule, and hopefully set up some dedicated days so like that everybody knows what days I'm gonna be going live from now on, just to like that whoever wants to join it and listen to these lives, they know what time. It'll be the same time and same bad channel every day of the week.
Yeah, normalize it. No, yeah, I could definitely look forward to that, because like I said, when you guys first invited me on the show, like my first 2 or 3 times, I was already feeling when I wouldn't come on, I would be like, oh man, I wonder what's going on over there. Like, you just wanna talk, So I get it. I can see it. I see it from an inmate's point of view, like somebody that's just locked down, but I can see an audience too, like, give us the juice,
Yeah. My wife's definitely mentioned that to me in the past, where that I have to have some dedicated days, but just kind of like with my schedule, it's a little bit hectic, but I'm trying to figure that out, just so it could benefit everybody, benefit us, benefit the audience, and it'll be like watching The Simpsons every Saturday back in the days. It was on at I believe like at 7, channel 11 at every Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember us talking about spreading out, and one of the prisons we were going to spread out to was Calapatria State Prison, right?
Yeah.
Have you had any of them on yet, or not yet?
So about 2 weeks ago, yeah, I made contact with four the gentlemen out there, and I did start one, but just the audio was just so bad that it just wasn't working out. So I reached out to them last week also, just to follow up, and hopefully we're able to get into their journeys. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But as of this week, I haven't spoken to anybody. But hopefully we could continue this week coming up, and hopefully they worked out the kinks with their audio issues. I know it's been like that for months, so I'm definitely.
Oh, okay. So we might have to put them on the back burner.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say it like that because I was excited. I'm like at a when you're at a store and you wanted to open like on Thanksgiving or Black Friday. I was ready to go in. But yeah.
Bro, that you still got Tehachapi, bro. Like we could fling that way next. I don't know how good their audio will be, but we only find out one way.
Yeah, by trying it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to branching out. And once I get it situated over here, I'm getting the the set going. You know, I got the 2 phones installed. They're fully functioning phones. They're just not props. You know, they actually, if you call, the phones will ring.
Yeah.
And my wife keeps on telling me, she's like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. Next thing you know, you're gonna have Tory Lanez on the phone doing the podcast. You know, he over there.
All right.
Yeah, we got because we get transfers. We get transfers all the time. You know, so one of the OMCP guys came back, and that's where they were training them.
Oh,
and
okay.
OMCP is like a drug certified counselors, right?
Yeah.
So when they train these guys, they pull them to institutions. Tehachapi's one. They train you for like I don't know how long. Let's say 2 years. And then they ship you back out wherever they need. You need to be helping out to with these programs, right? They're called DRP now. And we got one gentleman back, and we're like, "What's up, fool?" We're just clowning, you know. "What's up, fool? You over there with so and so?" He's like, "Yeah, we play basketball all the time." We're like, "Oh yeah, that's what you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, just balling out." I'm like, "Okay," you know.
So you're
Yeah.
you know, right now I was talking about, and I mentioned my wife. So my wife was telling me the other day, she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna tell people when they come over here. You got 2 payphones in the room. Like how am I supposed to explain it? Just don't say anything about it. You know, like they don't need to know, you know, what's going on. Because I mean, like outside of the household, like I haven't shared, you know, like my friends and whatnot, you know, people I know, like they don't know that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
The only people that know would be my wife here, my daughter. And then, well, obviously you guys, you know, and my homie that's over there on that yard with you guys. But other than that, like I haven't shared it with anybody. You know, I'm kind of, you know, seeing where it goes, and if people, you know, come across it, they you know, they do. If they don't, they don't. You know, so, you know, but yeah, like that whole phone situation, it's kind of like
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
You walk into the room and has a blue payphone, and then has a
prison
chrome
phone.
Yeah.
That's a prison phone.
Yeah.
Tell them, you know, when they look at you, you just smile. Like, we all got fascinations, you know? That's it. They're like, okay. Yeah.
Man.
Hey, bro, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
When you ask what's been going on, like I always say nothing. That's like a normal response for me, you know? And, man, I got sick, bro. And I started calling this thing the silent COVID because I didn't get no symptoms, no runny nose, no cough, and my throat is sore like I've been coughing the whole week. And I got real sick, and I was like, what's up with this? And I tell my sisters and them, and they're like 4 days into the future, they're like, hey, TikTok's talking about it, man. Everyone's getting sick out here. And I guess it was a thing out there. TikTok world jumped on it, you know, like, what is this, you know? So that's the latest for me, you know?
Well, it sounds like you bounced back because you don't sound you know, sick to me. But you said it was silent. So was there any symptoms? Like how do you know like that you were sick?
I didn't. My Sally was complaining about his body aching and his little best friend on the yard, and then I was like, what's up? Like my back and my legs all of a sudden, and then my body was just aching, bro. Like car flipping over down a mountain type aching, you know, like you just got in the biggest car crash of your life. And I'm like, what's up with this? And I was like, hey, fool, I think we're sick. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, yeah, I think we're sick, bro. Like, this don't feel normal. And then next thing you know, I'm like out all day. He's like, bro, I was about to calm man down. And I was like, dang, this thing put me out. You know, we don't got NyQuil in here. Like, we don't got, like, we can't go to the store and go get something off the shelf, you know. We just go through it, you know, and then it's over.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You know, normally, you know, after you know, after we do these lives, and if there's, you know, any action on either in the chat or on the comments, I normally send them to you. And obviously, you know, I didn't, you know, this last time I didn't do that. But I got some pretty I got some interesting comments on the last video that we had, or your first video visit that we did. There was a gentleman on here. He says, he writes, I hope bro is okay. And he's referring to, you had mentioned that somebody was on a video visit some time ago, and they ended up getting it on the neck. So he's referring to that. You know, hopefully he's okay.
Okay.
And then his second comment piqued my interest because he puts much love from Parchment Penitentiary. And I was like, hold on, like much love from Parchment Penitentiary. I was like, wait, what? And then,
yeah.
And then,
hey, Hey, before you continue,
Yeah.
you continue, much love right back to you, boys. Much love right back to you out there, you know? And there, continue, James. Just I have to make sure they feel the love too, you know?
That's right. And then another viewer put a comment. He put you locked up, and then somebody else right below that.
Yeah, currently
no,
I am.
No.
I know. I'm just trying to draw the attention towards me, James. I'm just trying to draw it over here.
So then,
you know,
that's right.
We tell jokes too every now and then. Yeah.
And then another user puts the same parchment that John Grisham likes to write about. And then the original commenter, the dude that's in parchment, put oh shit, bro, know his literature, but yes, the very same. And then
yeah.
And then it seems like we're getting some views, from behind the walls.
We're going worldwide, yeah. We're going worldwide, boy. I love it.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So that was interesting. I thought that comment was interesting because I don't think anybody has mentioned that they're behind bars, while either watching or listening this YouTube stream.
Yeah, man.
And
it's a crazy world out there, bro. Maybe all states are like California, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. California different. It's a different beast.
Yeah.
And you know what? And just in case you're curious, I want to look up where this penitentiary is looked up. Oh, and it's in Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. Oh, we were out there, James. Remember I told you? The boys were in Mississippi. And I don't know where else. Right? That's one of the out-of-state prisons we used to... I mean, not the prison, but the state.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Where they used to get shipped out to, Arizona, Oklahoma, and Mississippi.
Yeah. OKC. That's right. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Man, the boys... Man, well, we never even got into that because I never even been out there, right? Because as a lifer, you can't go out there.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were doing that, if I could have went, I would have loved to go. And the stories these guys were coming back with were amazing, bro. I was like, what? You guys had the time of your life out there. They're like, yeah, so it was cool. One part of it was cool, another part was bad, you know?
Yeah. You know what? In those prisons out there, was it just full of pure California inmates?
California?
Or was it or did or were they some yards maybe California and then other yards would be like the local population? Obviously, I'm assuming they wouldn't integrate them because that would just be it'll be like putting piranhas in with goldfish.
Nah, we would have just spread out more than we already are, bro. They would have been like, Cali, homie. They would have had all kinds of Cali tattoos on them. And, it's infectious. The river is strong. The current is strong, so them fools would have, we would have turned some fools out for sure, They would have been like, this is what I've been talking about. James, and I'll say this, right? I've been on Write a Prisoner, Prison Pen Pals. I've been on all these little websites. I'm talking about way back in the days, right? Starting at 2003, right? And I met more than one female, where they were like infatuated with Cali, bro. And I'm not even talking about like a normal, woman. I'm talking about more like influenced or maybe living the lifestyle, maybe on the tips of the lifestyle, right? And I'll be like, what's up? And they'll be like, oh, they call me Loca. And I'll be like, what? And I'm seeing just like blue eyes, blonde hair, and I'm like, check you out, and I'm tripping. And this one just happened to be from Arizona, right? Just a state over.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
I was young, James, and she was young, and I couldn't believe you had so much people caught up in the river outside of California. and they'll be like, "Oh, it's my life's dream to go to Cali and whoa," and I'll be like, "You can swing over here and swing over there," and they'll be like, "Oh my God," and I was just like, "Wow," and you know, I was a bit mischievous back then, but I wasn't that evil where I'll be like, "Yeah, you could be at my homeboy." You know what I mean? I wasn't doing all that, but with the wrong people, with the wrong hands, I could see that. Like, you go into the trap house, you're gonna chill right here, and you know what I mean? Like, your homegirls too, all that, you know? And yeah. So, but their minds were already corrupted. It was already influenced, and they never even been over here, bro. And they're all about it. They're all into like Little Rob or who knows who back then. And
All right, so I was about to, throw that in there that the call was gonna get. We were short already, but we should get reconnected in a timely fashion. He normally calls back pretty quick, and I just want to go ahead and give you guys an update. I know last time I had mentioned that I did a walkthrough or a tour around now decommissioned, Camp Gonzalez, which was part of the Los Angeles County Probation Department, juvenile detention.
This call is now being
Esta es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot where I was at, James. I completely forgot. I just know I was talking about Arizona and Lil Lopa back in the days, you know?
That you're going to have them up in the trap house. You were going to give them the full...
No. I said, yeah, if I was more evil, right? If I was more like, man, we could, right? But I wasn't really, that's never really been me, you know? And, but I'm saying they were so influenced with the wrong hands. Yeah, somebody could have snatched them up real quick and been like, oh, you're going to Compton real quick, you know? You're going to post up dead smack in the middle of everything. You know what I mean? And they would have probably loved it, bro. They probably would have loved it. Like, take them down here, you know what, let's go down Vermont real quick. And they're like, what? Like, this is crazy. Like, yep.
Yeah.
Where's that?
You could have given them the real 213 experience.
Yeah, homie, 213-310-818-626. Homie, they're getting it all. 714-951-909-619. We take them up north to the 916. You know, yeah, they'll get the full experience over here, bro.
You know what? And right now that you mentioned 626,
yeah,
man, I remember when La Puente, that's the La Puente area, the SGV, when 626 used to be 818. This was before, like back like in 90, I would say like 97. It used to be 818, and then they ended up, I guess they're running out of area codes, and that's when they ended up coming up with 626, 562, and the 323. Prior to those dates, those area codes didn't exist. You know, 213 and 310 and 818 were a lot bigger. They covered a lot more of those cities, but they were running out of area codes. And, and it was a trip because I remember during that time, I was in camp like back in 97, and there was this dude. He had an 818 area code tattooed on his arm, and I think he was from Pomona. And then I was like, man. Hey,
bro.
I was like,
man. Bro, we have to cover that up.
Hey.
Yeah, they're gonna think you from San Fernando now, Playboy.
Yeah. And so I'm pretty sure that was gonna that tattoo was gonna lead to a lot of conversations in the future. Because he's probably gonna bump into some dudes, from the 818, and then they're gonna ask him what part of the 818 he's from, and then he's gonna have to go, let them know that he was from the 818 when Pomona was still part of it. So if he still had it, so definitely a lot of icebreakers.
And can you imagine? Can you imagine him in prison if someone didn't like him? They'll be like, "Hey, homie, that used to be so and so from Sanford, fool. That fool no good." Like. It starts somewhere, bro. That's how it starts, It's like, do a background check. Like, I'm telling you, my homegirl got your scoop. Yeah. Yeah. What's the scoop on the troop right there, boy? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, you know, and now
Yeah,
that you mentioned
definitely.
that, I remember running into dudes
Yeah.
in the halls or in camp that they were from. I remember I ran into this one dude. He was from
Esta
Boyle
llamada
Heights,
y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
but he had Maravilla tattoos. And I was like, wait, what? Like what's
Yeah.
going on here? And then, you know, I asked him, I was like, hey, what, you know, what's going on with your tattoos? And then he kind of broke it down that he used to live like in Maravilla neighborhood, but then he ended up moving over to Boyle Heights. So he ended up, you know, joining the local gang there. I found it kind of odd, but I mean, I guess it made sense in his mind, you know, when he did it. And I mean, once again, you know, he was a kid, so we were all kids. So I'm assuming he was in more than like 14 or 15. So, you know, moving around and stuff like that. Obviously, at that age, you don't have any control. You know where you move to. But I will say this, that I got homies, you know, that we met like in the LA area, you know, downtown area, and they moved. He moved. His parents moved him like to Eagle Rock to get him away from, you know, from where we lived, you know. But
Eagle Rock, a nice neighborhood, bro.
Hey.
That fool live in luxury now, huh?
Nah. So trip out. He would run away. He would come back to LA, and he would be missing for like a month, 2 months, and then so that didn't work. He ended up catching a case. He ended up in the halls for like an attempted murder. He was there for like a year. Finally, he ended up beating the case. The witness or the victim didn't end up showing up, so they ended up dropping the charges. So during this time when he was in I think during that time, then they ended up moving to, you know how I mentioned La Puente, so he ended up moving to La Puente area.
Yeah.
His parents, you know, you know, they even, you know, move farther out, you know, to get him away from that. But that didn't stop him. You know, he would from La Puente, he would bus it. He would jump on the 44 line, which is the RTD or the MTA, and all the way from out there, and he would make his way back to LA, and then that started us, you know, with us, you know, migrating over to La Puente area too. So you know, if you have it in you, you know, to reconnect with your friends, if that bond is that great, nothing's gonna stop you.
Yeah, that's true, bro. And not even that, just like the loyalties, like you would have, because I'm out of IE, so you would have fools come from OC and LA, right?
Yeah.
FD never really went up, but OC and LA would come, right? So when you got fools like Bell, Southgate, Maywood, Cudahy, I would have a lot of homies from Los that would migrate from over there in those Southside Los Angeles area, right? And they were from nowhere, and they were not doing nothing. But you could not take LA away from them. Like, they'd be like, oh, where you from? I'm LA. And I'll be like, fool, knock that shit out. You moved out when you were 8 years old, homeboy. Like, how much are you from it, right? But, so we'll clown, and sometimes, you know, if you're counting so hard, sometimes they'll get mad, you know? And same thing with Orange County, like I remember my homie Frankie and Alex, both of them are dead already, but when they were alive and when we were little kids, they're brothers, they came out from Orange County too, you know, and they'll be like OC, and you know when everyone's gone, we'll be like, why you still say that, fool? You moved out when you were like 6 years old, and like, well, that's where I'm from, Dick. What do you want me to say? And I'm like, nowhere, like normal, you know. But yeah, it's always, you know, it's hard to let go of those things, you know.
Yeah, I can definitely, you know, relate. You know, I don't live in LA anymore, so whenever you know, they ask me, you know, where I'm from, I mean, I'm from LA. You know, that doesn't change. You know, that's what it has in my birth certificate, and nothing's ever gonna change that. So you know, I've been out of LA for I would say now at least 12 years now. You know, so I left when I was like 30, 31. You know, so you know.
But that's kind of different. That's kind of different from being 6 years old. That's the point. I mean, you lived in LA your whole life, you know. Like these little fuckers, I'll be like, ghetto baby. You are not from Orange County. They'll be like, shit, the hell if I ain't. And I'll be like, fool. Yeah, but I'm talking about those guys. Because if you grew up there, like even at 12 and you move away, like that's your whole experience. That's where you're from, you know. But they're Them little babies that came in Pampers, and they like da 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 da. Like, you don't knock that off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just always found that a trip. You know.
yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man, yeah, but yeah, you gotta claim the fame, as you know, as long as you can,
Yeah.
whatever way you can.
Yeah. And it's crazy because when you talk about things like that, my mind always goes to violence. You know, even in prison. Even in prison, when I first started off and I'm doing the shoot terms, right? When for the audience, when you're doing shoot terms, like you don't get tattoos when you're doing shoot terms. When you're over there and you're acting a kind of palos and you're all just everything's going all bad, right, in life, and you think everything's going all good. There's no tattoos back there because you are they take everything from you. You don't have nothing back there. Ain't nobody tattooing in the shoe, So you're going without. And when you get back to the main line again, that's the tattoos are the last things on your mind. You're like knee deep in this. You eat, breathe, sleep this, right? So you're already like probably got a victim in the future, right? You're already like, okay, if he's out there, I'm gonna get him, right? You're going to the line with all kinds of projects on your mind. And when you get out there and you see these fools and like everyone's tatted up, and you're like, dang, that fool ain't never did a shoot with us. And it's like the same cagapalos that keep coming out and going back again. And then you start talking back there like, what's up with these fools, dog? We do everything, and all they do is claim the fame. Like, we're doing it all, and all they're doing is getting this big old tat on their stomach, putting this big old thing on their neck. And it's like, fool, you ain't done nothing. So for me, it always goes back to the violence. Like, even if you say claim the fame and you're talking about LA, well, even on a good day, LA is bad, people. Because even when the Lakers win the three-peat, 2 cop cars burn. And you could Google that if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was in the three-peat. Maybe it's on the second championship. But we don't even know how to celebrate properly over here. Things just don't work out. Like, it just always goes violent, So when people say that term, I don't know, it just always goes violent for me. Like, I think of that stuff, because why else would you claim the fame? Like, nobody's claiming the fame if the nerds got a championship in the spelling bee. Like, nobody really does it for those reasons, Like, Atlanta's lit. They've been lit for the last couple of years. Chicago. So I could see them like.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Like, they say it with pride much more now, or Chicago, like they say it with pride much more now that it's more known, like, violently, I really think, like, just the world works like that in general, on any continent, on any language, anything,
You know what? Let me ask you, because I just thought about two questions right now while you were mentioning, not being able to get tattoos when you're in the back, and another one being that prior you going to prison, you weren't gang related. So the first question would be, did you have tattoos before you went to prison?
No.
Okay, and then
0.
All right, and then my second question would be, for somebody like you, you didn't have any gang ties, prior to you going to prison, and and you didn't join a gang, while you were in prison, but you obviously, you were doing things, over there that that got you to into certain places, like the shoe and stuff like that, and you recognize the people that are that are going back there. For somebody like you, when you parole and you do those type of things, when you go back into the street, how do you, what's your place, in that? Do you just go back, back to normal life, like the type of life you were living, previously, you going to prison, or would you have like any type of gang affiliation when you come back home? Do you have to meet up with anybody? How does that work? Does my question make any sense?
I think it does make sense, right? I think it does make sense. Now I'm trying to answer it in two parts, right? Me and my peers now, you're definitely not going back to the same lifestyle because you completely did a 180 from it, right? So, well, hold on. Let me backtrack that statement. We're getting released when we're old men now. Like, that's the reality of it. When a lifer goes home, he already did 2 decades in prison. He already did 25 years in prison. He already did 30 years in prison, right? So with nothing you said involved in answering this, what 50-year-old goes back and hangs out with 12-year-old, 14-year-old, 17-year-old kids? Like, that just doesn't work, right? So keep that in mind, that you're paroling as a man now. Like, there's no way you go and you're just like, what are you, with all 16-year-olds? They're like, what's up with this old fool? Somebody better get this old fool out of here before we smoke him. Like I can't picture no little crowd.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
I can't picture no teenagers hanging around with some old fool, and this old fool's a bum. He's just coming out of jail. Like, you ain't even got nothing, bro. You ain't even got a car. You ain't even got a house. You ain't even got your social. You ain't even got your birth certificate, my boy. Go take that up with the county and go get all your, right? So it's just different. It's just different on that aspect. Now, I think you're talking about like criminal, right? And I'm gonna call back because it's gonna hang up right now.
All right, cool, perfect. All right, so the call was about to be come to an end. So he went ahead and he was being proactive, cut the call so he could go ahead and answer this question that I just posed to him. So normally when he calls back, he tends to call back a little bit faster. So it shouldn't be much longer before this call reconnects. Anyhow, earlier on the last disconnect, I was mentioning the video about.
This call is now being recorded.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Okay. So I think your question was more catered to criminal, right?
Yeah.
If you are criminal, right? Like if your mind is criminal. Now, I'm not saying you have to belong to nobody. I'm saying if you are a perfectly normal dude on the streets, you don't kick it with gang members. Like, if your mind's criminal, it's going to be criminal. And will you have to go out and meet up with people? Absolutely not. But if your mind is criminal and you're still thinking like not getting an honest job, not living an honest life, right? Are you going to meet up with criminals? Maybe. Because maybe you think you met a criminal that has a head on his shoulders, that is smart. Like, me and this guy, we could get money together. Or me and this guy, at least I believe in my heart of hearts, he's loyal. He'll never fold, right? So if you're a criminal and you're still plotting on crimes, yeah, you could hook up with people. Now, do you have to? Absolutely not. Like, most people go home and they don't have the coping tools to succeed in life as far as like not come back to jail. We're just going to stop it right there. They don't have enough tools in their tool belt not to come back to jail. So that's why you get these repeat offenders, right? But even with the repeat offenders, even them, they'll be like, I'm done with this shit. I'm tired of it. I'm not coming back. And they say all the stuff, but they haven't worked on themselves enough to know what can bring them back. Because if you call them a bitch to their face, I almost guarantee they're gonna fight you, and they're and potentially, I'm not saying they're gonna come back to jail, but potentially they just expose themselves to come back to jail. And if they're that loose with that, then how tight are they on other things, right? If they're that loose like that, then how easy would you be able to unhinge them in this area or that area or that area, right? And then again, they come back to jail. But even with those people, they're like, I'm done with this, man. And I'm going to say something right now. And you can only hear it right here on You Have a Collect Call From. And only because of the special, unique situation I'm in, you get to hear it. We have guys that work in R&R on the yard I'm at right here. And these guys go to R&R Monday through Friday. And they are there when everyone gets released. And some of the guys that leave, they'll be telling them, like, hey, how is it over there? So they'll answer it. They'll be like, okay, they're not being asshole. They're not being nothing. They're being cool. So they'll tell them, oh, it's like this and this and this. And they'll be like, you know what, bro, I'm just so tired of this already. I'm done with this, And when you hear something like that, that's why I'm telling you guys, like, everyone's thinking the same thing. Now, technically, you would think the game is still on for people. But in all these prisons, all up and down California, people parole every day. And both sides are paroling. You got all sides are paroling. The pot is mixed in these R&Rs when people go home, bro. And nobody's getting off on each other. That's what I'm saying. So when you think about that, where it would be like, huh? I wouldn't think that made sense, And like I told you, when I transferred over here and the transfer happened, like I would thought those don't fly, but they're flying everywhere, Everyone's just done with it,
So
only if you are deeply, yeah.
So what you're saying is right now the individuals, when they're getting processed to go home, they're getting mixed GP and non-designated in the same what is it, holding cell, and nothing is not erupting.
Nothing occurs, bro. I'll talk to you right now. Nothing occurs. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Every prison, I'll talk to you right now. All up and down the state, bro. All right, hold on. So is that kind of mind blowing to you now that you know that?
It is, because
from your perspective, because it's pitched a different way.
Yeah,
it's pitched a completely different way, right?
Yeah, because from my understanding, the GP, knowing that somebody's from the other side, they're supposed to do something about it, right?
Well, I can't even call it no more, bro. I can't even call it no more, bro. Yeah. I mean, things were different when I was in the Army. Things were running differently,
Yeah.
But well, I'm not in the Army no more, bro.
Yeah.
The gloves are hung up, But yeah, that's what I'm saying,
That's I find that interesting. I mean, but good for them, after all,
good for them, yeah.
Everybody's,
good for them.
Everybody should want to, go home, hopefully they got family or something, positive, that brings
Esta
them back.
llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Brings them back and integrates them back into society, to be productive and because a lot of these gentlemen, they've given up a lot of their their life, and I don't say lost, because ultimately everybody, or the majority of people that ended up there, they made a conscious decision, and that led them to end up where they're at, or where they ended up. I'm sure there's a few sprinkled in there that probably haven't committed crimes and somehow got caught up, because if you think the court system is fair, it's not about being fair. It's about numbers. It's about convictions. And having those numbers and getting those judges to those positions where they're able to move up through the ranks. So
absolutely. That's the first step. In in making your own decision,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because ultimately that's what it is. Like that's how confident apparently everybody feels at that point, that they can actually make their own decision. That's what I look at it like.
I remember. I want to say maybe about, and you mentioning that about R&R. I had a buddy. And this was, I would say, man, at least like 15 years ago. The SNY population was probably like, maybe I would say about 40% at this time. And he had mentioned, that he got released, and that it was they were integrated, in that pod or that unit or that cell, whatever is referred to.
Yeah.
And there was another guy in there tripping on the dude from the other side. And my homie stepped in and told him, hey, you know what? Like, if you have a problem with him, why don't you take care of it? Once we get released. He was like, I'm trying to go home. Like, I don't like, fuck all this. I'm out. Like, handle it at the train station or the bus station or wherever the hell they get dropped off. Luckily, nothing happened at that. Right there, nothing happened. I'm not sure if anything occurred after, but my homie, he left. He shook. He was out. He wanted to get back home. He got time for that. You get rebooked in before you even leave the place.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like, so these huras, they're, I mean, to them, they're like, you're going home, fool. You want to go home or not? I don't care what you do. I'm gonna see the show no matter what. So for them, they're just being normal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a regular day. Like, yeah, you're right. You want to go home?
Yeah, it's just a regular day.
You want to stay here with a bunch of dudes, or you want to go out and grab a burger and go home to your family?
Yeah, touch a woman's hand or something, Yeah, bro. What you want to do, huh? Yeah.
Hey, forget
you
all
can do it all right now, but you're in the perfect position to do whatever you want to do right now, my boy. What do you want to do? You want to go right or go left? The red or the blue pill? Which one you want to take?
Hey, what? It's funny and sad at the same time, because if somebody does something, you're gonna end up back on nuts to butts. Nuts to butts ain't fun. It's not as funny as it sounds. Once you're there and doing it.
But you know what, James? The truth about it is everything changed. So these guys that are like now, today, I'm speaking now today, not in the past, right? Now today, I could see like mistreatment, like for what? For what? Hell no. Never again. Never. I could see that kind of mentality, coming home, like, never again am I going to do for nothing. I'm good.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And that's with the other side, It's like it's like they're just there, Not everybody, of course. I know some are dedicated fully, But for the majority, it's like they're just there, Just along for the ride for the time being.
Absolutely. And you know what? And we totally overlooked our listeners. Obviously, the chat today hasn't been popping as the kids would say nowadays. But
okay.
We had a Biddy K, tapping in today. And she put a good day, y'all.
Oh man. Good day back to you.
And then we also had D 86. And she puts hello everyone. Good morning from Riverside.
Whoa! Look at that. You're starting to get the voice for this, James. I like it. And tell her good morning back to her too. Okay.
It's like saying Los Angeles. You just gotta say it a certain way.
Oh, okay, just roll off. That's right, the city of bells, boy. Okay. Okay, I like it.
Right.
They like it too, James. They like it too. Trust me. I ain't even from there. They like it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Okay.
did you get any feedback? You know, last week we did our first video visit. Have you got any feedback from your appearance on your video visit, or has it been quiet?
No, yeah. Dr. Phil, they want to do a show now. You know, they're contacting my people. So we might do a promo, plug you in too, James.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. I could be I don't know what kind of expert I could be, but hey, put me a title and I'm there.
You're there. No, I haven't heard nothing, bro. Aside from what you said, I haven't heard nothing. Maybe you should ask Biddy K if she shared that over there in the UK because of the views that are going on with it. You know.
Hey, imagine you're blowing up in the UK, man.
In the UK?
Yeah, imagine.
No, bro. Yeah.
Hey, you might get an invitation from Prince Harry or the other one, whatever is it, Charles.
You had to put me with the ones that are banned. you had to put me with the felons over there. That's right. I'm with Harry and Meghan Markle, both of them, with both of you. You know. They're like, all three of you could stay out, you know? Okay, we don't need you. We got Cali, baby. Yeah.
Imagine that. Hey, imagine that, walking away from that. I mean, to me, it leaves me scratching my head, but I mean, for them to walk away, what was going on, in the background for them, to give it up all and go and decide to, have a much as a normal life as they can, being, who
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
For me, the one thing I could think of is it hurts, I know that had to hurt for Harry to leave, because as much as he's leaving, as much for whatever reasons he has, right? And I'm not saying they're wrong, but that's still home to him, That's still like my everything. And he left my everything for his everything, So I could definitely could relate to that one.
And Biddy K just put a message right. She says, "I tell all my peeps about you guys." There it is. Hey.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, bro. That's cool, Biddy K. Love that.
Hey, yeah. Biddy K, let me ask you, what part of the UK are you in? I know I asked you before, but my attention span is that of Jesse would say, of a chipmunk or a squirrel. If you wouldn't mind, reminding me what part of the UK you're from, if you don't mind. Anyhow, the call, I wasn't paying attention to the clock here that I put on here for to remind me. But the call was disconnected, and he should be calling us back shortly. And this call right now, it'll probably be I'll either have one or two calls left because I have to start getting ready and to take my daughter over to preschool, and she does not like being late to school, so she likes to leave the house on a timely manner or timely fashion, and here we go. And we do have I believe I have some other guests coming on today later on.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
Un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna find out where Biddy K is from and go from there.
Hey, so she just responded to me. She's from London, E16. Sounds kind of dangerous. E16. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of.
Dang. The E16, baby. E16 on the map. Oh, you heard my celly in the background?
Yeah.
816 Arriba. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, BDK. Hey, BDK sounds like a tiger name too, huh? That seems like something you would see hit up on the freeway walls. Like, what's up? You know? Yeah.
Man, hey, so
Oh man, so London.
Yeah, hey.
London, man.
So London.
Yeah.
Hey, so out in
London.
in London, the
Yeah.
subway system, they call it the underground.
Dang, that's a dope name, bro. For the underground. That makes me just want to say, hey, you want to go to the underground? Or hey, let's go to the underground. And what's up with the underground? Like all those, bro. I can see these teenagers blown out their mind, 14, 15. What's up with the underground, bro? You know? Yeah.
And you know what?
Do they got graffiti?
Yeah, no, they do. I've been out there. I went out there maybe
Okay.
like I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago, and yeah, no, it's like the weather's a trip out there because it seems like it's gonna like it's always like well, the days I was there was overcast and it was raining, and as a matter of fact, we're actually going
Dang,
back.
bro.
We're going back in the
Dang,
summer.
bro. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to, bro? You like 007 or something? Mr. International player with a passport. Okay. How many stamps you got on your passport, my boy?
On this new one, I don't got that many. I think I got maybe like 4 or 5.
Yeah. You said the new one, so the old one got so many you had to get a new one?
The other one, I think the other one maybe had like 15 or 16. So
Damn.
yeah. Now I wish, you know what, I got
Okay.
I got I think the 56 page one because the passport comes in 2. There's the thin one, and there's the 56 the
Yeah.
double up, and they're the same price. So I'm like, you know, if I'm gonna pay for a passport, I might as well, you know, who knows, maybe, you know, one day, you know, we'll get to travel, you know, a lot more, and I'm able to fill up one of those passports. But you know what, I had a homie that he actually filled up his passport. This dude was living in Nicaragua, and as a U.S. citizen. And he had to cross over between Nicaragua and Costa Rica, like every 90 days. So he wouldn't overstay his visa. So he just had a bunch of stamps of, and he had to come back to the U.S. to get his passport renewed. And I was like, man, you might as well get the 56 pager because you know, it'll last you a lot longer.
Okay, James, bro, you're blowing my mind right now. Okay, so where have you been to? You've been to London? You've been to Canada? Or where else you been?
So I've been to Barcelona, Spain, Madrid, Spain. I've been to let me see. I've been to Rome, Italy. I've been to Florence, Italy, and Venice, Rome. I've been to Rome, Italy. I've been to Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. Where else have I been to? London and see, what else am I missing? I think I've been to I was either Switzerland or I think it was Switzerland, wherever the Geneva Convention's at. They had like this big ass chair.
Dang, bro.
I gotta look at my pictures. That one I went to, I think it was last year or the year before that. I've been to.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I've been to. Let me see. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Cancun, La Ciudad de Mexico, Tijuana. Where else have I been to Mexico? I've also been to Panama. I've been to El Salvador. I've been to Guatemala, Honduras, Costa Rica, Canada, and then I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been in Canada. You know, I also been up to Toronto. So I've done a little bit. You know, whenever I can.
Dang, bro. Yeah, you've been places, bro. You like, I'm in awe, and I like, man, I can't wait to see some of those pictures, bro. You know, and you gotta say one more. You gotta say one more, baby. Santa Monica Beach, Santa Monica Pier. Yeah, Santa Monica Pier. Let them know. Let them know, bro.
Santa Monica, that's right.
World famous bust down. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You heard of him?
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what?
Hey, maybe.
Go ahead. Maybe.
What?
Go. I'll tell you right after you talk.
No, you first, because I'll remember it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I got my first passport when I was like, I want to say like either 29 or 30, and I had never been anywhere. You know, the farthest, you know, I've ever been, it was maybe like Tijuana, in Vegas. That was it. I had never been anywhere, but I was like, man, I want to get this passport. So I ended up getting it when I was either 29, 30, and then uh, I had told my wife, I was like, man, like I want to start going places, like we've never been anywhere, like we've been here, we've been in California, that's it, we've never been anywhere. I want to start going places. So the first place we went to was Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, you don't need a passport because it's a Commonwealth of the U.S. or Commonwealth. So you could just fly with your ID. But we went to Puerto Rico, I think 2-3 times, and I was like, man, we gotta start expanding. So we started going into like Central America, and then about in 2018 we ended up going to Europe. And it was funny because when we planned this trip, it was just gonna be 3 of us. It was gonna be me, my wife, and our teenage daughter. And then my wife, I ended up getting my wife pregnant, and then I had already booked the flights, so I never anticipated that there was going to be a 4th person. So
yeah.
So I was like, man, like that's definitely going to throw a wrench on our whole traveling plans. My wife was like, well, I guess we're gonna have to cancel. And I was like, cancel? We can't cancel. We really this is like our trip. She was like,
we paid.
She was like, but who am I going to leave the baby with? I was like, you're not leaving the baby with anybody. We're taking her with us. But no. So, but by the time we had the trip plan, the baby was going to be.
You put one of those pouches in the front, James, and you all of a sudden you got fat. Oh, my back. Oh. Make no noise, baby. Make no noise.
Hey.
Yeah, bro.
So I ended up calling up I didn't even know we were gonna have a boy or girl. I ended up calling the airline. I was like, hey, you know what? There was a mistake when I booked the trip. My daughter wasn't, or my son wasn't born yet. So I kind of gave him an approximate date of the date of birth or whatever, and it worked out. It ended up working out.
Okay, cool.
The baby was born. She was born in October, and we went to apply for a passport like 3 days after my wife got out of the hospital. We had the passport like in November, and we took off for our trip in December. The baby was like 2 months old, and everything worked out. It was interesting. It was a struggle because I ended up taking like 300 Pampers just to be safe, because I wasn't trying to be looking out for Pampers and formula in some foreign country. So we did that, and then after that, my wife was like, "Never again. We're never gonna travel during the holidays. This is the worst experience." And then we have the baby and this, that, and the other. I was like, all right, then cool. You don't want to travel for the holidays, but yeah, that was our first time going to Europe. It was definitely an experience, and maybe I'll share those pictures with you guys. If you guys are interested in seeing them, the places that we saw. We saw the Vatican. We went to what was it? Where they have those fights.
My boy, you like Tom Cruise right now. You like Tom Cruise right now, my boy. My boy Tom Cruise seen the Vatican too. Mission Impossible 5 or something. Yeah. Rubbing apples with a millionaire right now.
Hey, I was flying in coach. We were flying in coach, but we got there.
Yeah. No, that's cool, bro. I never even thought of stuff like that.
Man, I would tell you, I would suggest for you, as soon as you get off parole, get your passport. Get your passport is the best investment you can make for yourself. And as soon as you get off parole, at least plan like one little trip somewhere. Like do like a baby trip. I don't know, maybe Canada or Mexico. But if you're feeling, you want to play it on the safe side, I would definitely go to either Vancouver or Toronto. Or maybe, you know what, if
I can't go to Mexico, my boy. I can't go to Mexico, my boy. I gotta stay away. I gotta stay on the right track.
Yeah.
I go to Mexico, next thing the cartel is, ¿qué onda, compa? ¿Qué onda, que estamos diciendo? It goes downhill, bro. Like, nah, I gotta stay away. Gotta know keep my boundaries in place,
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Or you could do like a trip like
to Colorado,
or like Colorado, or like somewhere, like I don't know. I mean, who wants to go to cold? I don't want to go or Hawaii.
Bro, you're never gonna guess what happened.
What happened?
I'm at the desk. I'm at the desk looking out the window, and a bird just came. It's the first bird I ever seen right here. It's just chilling on the ledge.
Damn.
For
There
good
it
luck
is.
or something.
I think the bird's telling you to travel.
Yeah.
You gotta spread them wings.
To spread the wings and fly, huh? I'll take that. I'll take that sign right there. Sully, you ever seen a bird off the ledge?
Yeah, he always comes.
Oh, man, my son says he always sees them, but this is my first time seeing This is my first time seeing this damn bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you know, like I recommend it that whenever you come home, that's what I would I would
Yeah.
if it's not on your bucket list,
Recommend.
I'll pencil that in for you right there. Take a trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Catch a flight somewhere. Cause flights you can
Yeah,
catch
for
them, you know,
sure.
from LA, you know, for $50, you know, each way, $100. You know, I know it's tough out there right now, but you know, a large part of my budget goes to, you know, going places. You know, I really don't care about, you know, clothes and like material things like that. I rather have experiences and the memories and the
Yeah.
pictures with my family.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Those sound beautiful, James. All that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so you
Yeah, man, you yeah, talk to me.
You just mentioned
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something.
Yeah.
What?
No, go ahead. You were gonna ask me
I
something.
just mentioned what? I'll remember it.
No, you go.
No,
This
I'll
time.
remember it. I'll remember it. Okay.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
look at that. Biddy K, they're staying out in London, right? So, have you heard this before? Because I heard this at Yard, and I almost don't believe it, right? They said Australia was a country where you took all the prisoners to, where you took all the inmates to, right? And like dumped them off in Australia a long, long time ago. Do you know if there's any truth to that?
Yeah, from what I heard, I know it was for Biddy K, but yeah, that's kind of what happened. Yeah, they shipped everybody out to and I'm guessing this is like way back when. This is before it was civilized or anything. So
Yeah, way back. Yeah, I didn't know that. So Australia, shout out to Australia, my people. What's up? You know, now that I know that, I feel as one with them. You know.
You know what? Another interesting thing right now that you mentioned the UK and Australia is that they drive on the opposite side of the road, and it's definitely hard to get used to. You know, seeing people driving on the other side, stopping on the other side. You know, every time the bus.
You know why, right?
Nah,
you know why, right?
Nah, I don't.
Cause we're crooks. Can't do it the right way. Gotta go left. gotta go out to do. Ah, shout out to Australia. I love you, boy. Love you, Australians. I did not know that. I feel like a much deeper connection with them now.
And that's one place we want to go to. We were talking about it with my wife the other day. I was like, man, that's one place I want to go.
Yeah.
But the flights are freaking, they're long. It's a long flight, you know.
It's criminal.
Yeah,
it's criminal. I know. I feel you. I feel you, bro.
That flight.
I feel you. Dang, I did not know that, bro. I don't know why I'm getting such overwhelming joy just knowing that. We got the Liam brothers. We got Arnold.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Hello?
And Biddy K just she put, yeah, that's true. First the Irish, then the poor English. Damn, they did them dirty.
Okay, so they were taking the Irish over there to Australia?
Yeah, from my understanding, yeah.
Oh man, and them Ireland people, boy, they got them dukes, you know, when they get fisty and they put their little fist up and they're ready to, you know, fight. The blood of the Irish, huh? Okay. Now I know why they're so I don't know what word to use, but they're so lit. Let's just use the common word now, you know? Yeah, Conor McGregor, boy, I feel him. I see the blood ancestry in there. Okay.
And Carlos back.
I would have never imagined, bro. I will.
All right, cool. Yeah, I caught it this time. I saw that it was going to be cutting off, and I just read it, ICEMAN, a comment. He says, my passport is empty. Man. Yeah, that like for the first few years, that's how my passport was. It took some time, before we were able to, get some stamps in our passports. But now, whenever we have the ability, and we do some traveling. So we got a few trips coming up in the summer, July and August. So definitely looking forward to that. And maybe I'll do some lives, when I'm out and about somewhere, so you guys could go ahead and experience that with me.
This call is now being
Esta
recorded.
es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Biddy K put laughing out loud, little fist.
Yeah, them little fists, them little Irish fists, boy, they're brutal. You ever see Conor McGregor? That's the man right there, bro.
Hey, and she also put
I can't believe it.
She put when I say poor, I mean anyone with no means to live got thrown out. As for the Irish, they were the first people the Brits enslaved.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand with you, Ireland. Now I got a whole nother continent I'm with too now. Ireland. The Irish. And they're drunks too, huh, bro? They got all them liquor stores or them bars. They're like, they know what business to go to, huh? Even Connor went into the liquor business.
Hey, right now, I guess, because since you're bringing up a fighter, she put up, have you ever seen Tyson Fury?
Oh, yeah, I see Tyson Fury, that big old fool that knocks everyone out.
Yep, that's him.
Oh, bro. Hell yeah.
Hey, what's going on over there? It sounds like your celly's having a hoot over there, just laughing out loud.
I know. It's going crazy, bro. Maybe I give you a Scotty heel. No, he's just busting out. What's out the door? Busting out. Oh, bro. Yeah. I don't know, bro, but it was funny. His face was funny.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
His smile was so big it almost looked like a cartoon. And he's smacking the sofa like it's popcorn.
Hey, is it a chili lime sopa?
I didn't look at it, but it's like a beef. I don't know. My stomach hurts, bro. I can't be doing this on air like this. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Yeah. Those are crazy, bro. My celly's telling him he looks like a big microphone in his face. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay, James. Back to the show.
Hey,
sorry about that.
Hey, so Biddy she put hands like a dumper truck, laughing out loud.
Hands like a dumper truck? What's that mean? Like you chop somebody and flip them over?
I don't know. I gotta go look up my London.
Yeah,
my British.
Let's learn more.
British
emojis. Emojis. Yeah. We need to know what that is, cause maybe she's like, we take the trash. I don't know.
Dumper.
I don't know.
Let me check up dumper truck.
Dumper truck.
Let me see here. Oh damn! Whoa, those things are huge.
Oh wow! What are they? What's going on here?
So a dumper
hold them like a lawn chair, huh?
So the dumper truck is kind of like like I guess like a machine that you could dump like gravel or like stuff that's heavy, sand or let me see. Let me she just put something here. Let me double check.
Oh, so maybe
She's
like pound someone out, like
big hands.
put them under all that.
Oh, so dumper. It means big hands, not little fist. Laughing out loud.
Oh, big paws. Oh, then Tyson Fury paws. I get it. I'm there with you. Mike Tyson fist right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna hurt somebody with those.
Yeah, gonna hurt somebody with those.
Yeah.
Hey, can you imagine if we had all the fights in prison? Like, not weapons, just fights on the video? You'll see how some guys are so good and how many guys are so bad,
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what? I should probably do a Google search or a YouTube search. I'm pretty sure I could find a lot of those because from time to time you'll have people recording those with their illegally obtained cell phones, and
yeah, posting them up, huh?
Yeah. I think I saw.
Yeah, because
the last one that I saw was I think it was 3-on-3. It was 3 black gentlemen versus 3 black gentlemen in the yard. They were refusing to get down.
Yeah, but were they connecting though? Were they looking like they knew what to do, or they were just making a fiasco of it?
You know what? I don't recall. I don't remember, but I'm
sure
they
it wasn't that good then. It wasn't that good, bro. Because if it was, you would have been telling me like, nah, fool, that fool knocked him out. That fool laid him out, like, you know what I mean, like a ton of bricks or something.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it didn't have that effect on me.
You know what? Shout out to Nutcase from Long Beach. Another. I seen this boy in the riot. I seen this man knock out like 5 different men in the same riot. Like clink, no weapons, just all fists. He had them dumpster trucks hands right there.
Man, hey, when you make comments like that, you might get the chat, going, because everybody has everybody. Okay. I see where this is going. What do I say next? Where's the microphone? Okay. So 5, you seen him knocked out 5 dudes, and that, how was that, consecutively, or like how's that, like something like that play out?
Oh, that's one right after the other because it's a riot. So say the first dude gets knocked out, the next guys are going to keep going because they're like, oh, fuck that fool knocked out the homie. So that's their mentality. And next thing you know, they're asleep. And then the other fool goes and he's asleep. And it's like, when it's all said and done, there might be like 12 guys that are around them now, but they're not trying to run up in there because they don't want to be the next fool asleep. So then eventually it's over, and it's like, damn, you don't see that every day, bro. I'll tell you that right now. The yard's all buzzing. The yard's like, dang, did you just see what homeboy did? And everyone's talking about it for the next week or two,
Hey, so when somebody does
because you don't know. Yeah.
When somebody does something like that, what kind of nickname do they end up getting? Because I'm sure like he's getting props from his people. Yeah, none, because he already has the nickname. Like, everyone already has their nickname, but his nickname was Nutcase. So now we could clearly see why he had that nickname, because who knows what he's done on the streets, And he wasn't big. For a man, he's not big at all, right? Because he's Tongan. So those are like Samoan. So you just picture a huge man, But he wasn't like that. He was like normal size, bro. He was like 5'8", 5'9", at the best, And he wasn't heavy set. He doesn't look like he has big old arms, muscles. He doesn't look like that, bro. But his bones, they must weigh a lot when he swings them hammer fists, because he put 5 people on their back asleep within a matter of a minute and a half or something like that, Maybe less. And you know what? Right now that you mentioned like Samoans and Tongans, I will tell you this, and I've seen this at work. When you get into it with one of them, the whole family is gonna get involved. You're gonna see the mom the dad,
Oh,
the kids,
bro.
everybody. They're gonna. It was funny.
Bro. Yes. Yes, I got a story too. Continue. I
So,
got a story in the court story too.
hey, so I used to work at a pharmacy that had a drive through. All right, so there were Samoans. They were on the left lane, and then they were taking a little bit longer. So the people behind them started honking at them, and then you seen these two Samoan girls get up, and they're teenagers, but they're huge, huge, and
Yeah.
they start getting down with the people in back of them. The mom gets out. Everybody's putting hands. That was a melee, man.
Yeah.
It was bananas.
Melee in progress on
Yeah.
aisle 2.
Yeah, it was bananas,
Yeah.
and they handled their business. I was like, wow, hey, those people in the back, they never saw it coming. They didn't know who was in that car, and they chose the wrong people that day, and they got a dose of reality that I'm sure they didn't forget for a day or two.
Yeah, bro. I was in the county jail in '97, and there was this Samoan, and the Samoan, well, rumor has it that fool, like 3 fools from 18 ran in his backyard, and they were gonna do whatever they were gonna do, and he swung he's in the backyard. He swung a shovel at these fools, and that shovel, you know how like a shovel got that like, no, not the point, fool, but you know how it's flat. The flat part. Okay, James, so the flat part hits this fool's neck, right? When the Samoan swings it. And it did ugly work at that point with this big old Samoan's hand swinging it, right? Well, this fool gets a murder for that incident. He goes to the county jail, he's fighting his case, he got found guilty, right, or whatever. And this fool at sentencing, they don't think he's going to get the time he gets. And he flips the table over. He's in his cuffs, keep in mind, but he's still Samoan, bro. He still manages to fling that table, and like you say, the whole family behind him, they all got arrested, bro. They were fighting with the bailiff, the DAs, everybody. It got crazy in there. And yeah, for Samoans, and they're very family structured. Like, you can't hit one and think you're just gonna walk away, you know?
And you know what? Right now that you mentioned that, there was an incident maybe like a month ago that flashed into my mind right now. When you mentioned that, it wasn't a Samoan dude, but there was this dude out in Clark County, Las Vegas, that ended up attacking a judge. Somehow he was able to run, and he bopped her upside the head. And
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And it was funny because he was talking a good one, like he just needed a second chance, and he was gonna do things differently, and he needs to work, and blah blah blah. And as soon as the judge told them that, nah, you're gonna go to prison. I think it was like a year and a half or something. It wasn't like a crazy amount of time. But as soon as he heard that, it's like a switch flipped, and he went and he did some damage to that judge. I'm sure she's probably never been hit like that in her life, and I'm sure she didn't. That's not something that she's gonna be forgetting.
Forget it.
Yeah, and I'm sure
She'll never forget that one.
The bailiff, I'm sure he I'm pretty sure they got on his bumper, because he should have never let that happen. He should have been ready, and I mean,
can you imagine? Can you imagine any other same nationality person going to her courtroom in the future?
Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Hey,
sometimes they got. Yeah.
They hold grudges, and then
sometimes they got. Yeah. Go ahead.
They hold grudges, and then that's gonna affect in the future the way other people get sentenced. They probably didn't have it coming, but they're gonna have it coming now because of this one individual, what he did, and everybody else is gonna pay the broken dishes.
There was a female sergeant at the last prison I was at, right? And she would hate inmates. And I never knew why. And then someone told me, like 4 years ago, they broke her jaw. A black fool socked her in the face and broke her jaw. And she used to be mean towards inmates before then. But now, like, she's really, she never lost that. And she's always like, and I was like, oh, okay. I see that now,
Hey, so
yeah,
if you want to go ahead and give me a call back, so we could go ahead and give out our shout outs
to
our audience, and then
okay.
I gotta go get ready. Gotta take
Okay.
my daughter to get her preschool education.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll hit you right back.
All right. Cool. Perfect. All right. So right now, Joe, Big Joe's gonna be calling us back right now, and we're gonna go ahead and give out our shout outs. For you guys that are supporting, really, really appreciate it. And once again, I know ICEMAN, if he's still in here, you had asked me about the progress of my room. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I'll have it ready by the end of the week. I've been working nonstop for the last 2 days, moving a bunch of stuff around, going to sleep late, waking up early, and that's one of the main reasons I haven't been doing any streams lately, because I'm trying to get this up and going, and get our household situated here. But if you're on one of the lives later on that I have scheduled, I'll go ahead and give you a small glimpse of what the payphones look like.
This call is now being recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, it's come to that time of in the day where we're gonna go ahead and part ways. But before we do that, definitely want to give recognition to our viewers here that are supporting, participating in the chat, whether it's live or in the comment section or just watching the videos. Really appreciate it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start off with everybody that was in the chat today. Biddy K, coming in from the UK. We also have D86 coming in from Riverside, and then ICEMAN typing in from work, and that was it for the chat today. But there's others, like SoCal Fish Slayer, Righteous Monkey, Chronicles, Richard de Colorado, and many, many more. I just want to go ahead and say that we definitely appreciate you over here on You Have a Collect Call From, and I'm gonna go ahead and hand over the mic over to Joe.
Oh man, same thing, guys. Thanks for everything. Biddy K, thanks for all that knowledge and all that insight you shared with us today about Australia and the Fighting Irish. And you too, James. Thank you for having me. And we'll see everybody in next time, whenever the next time is.
That's right. Hey, and shout out to London E16. Can't forget about that. I'm gonna have to go check that out. When I get out there, hopefully it's not too dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to Google map it and
Google map it.
See what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah,
all right.
Sure, London.
Yep. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out.
Lights out, people. Don't blow it.
All
Don't
right.
blow your life.
And with that, we're out.